Hey everybody, so by far the question that I get asked the most is how's the real estate market? So I thought I would do a real quick video, let you know what happened in 2020 given that it was an unprecedented pandemic year, and also let you know what's predicted for 2021. In March of 2020, everyone, of course, was nervous about all aspects of life, but we really were kind of curious to see how this was going to play out in the housing market. And, jobs were being lost, businesses were shutting down, our kids were coming home from school, just daily life was grinding to a halt. And we really didn't know how that was going to affect, housing. Was this going to be another housing crisis? Thankfully, 2020 ended up being a very robust year for the real estate market. Housing prices were up about 8 to 10%, which is great. Activity was up about 20%, so the number of pendings and home sales increased 20% over 2019. Actually, in October, November, and December, it was up 22% year over year, so huge increase in activity as well. And the average homeowner is said to have probably been able to gain about $25,000 in home equity just in 2020 alone, which would be astounding. If you can gain $25,000 in equity in 1 year, that's tremendous. 2021 predictions are that interest rates are going to slightly go up. They're already on the uptick a little bit. But they're predicted to stick right around the 3% for most of the year. So housing will still be, really affordable as far as interest rates go. Housing prices, however, are expected to increase 2.5%. Some people say 6%. That seems to be a little bit aggressive. So I would count on more of a 2% to 3% price increase in 2021. We're still going to see lots of buyers in the market. And we have a supply and demand issue. So there's more buyers in the market than there are homes for sale. We currently are at a third of what we need. So typically a balanced market would be considered 5 months of inventory. Right now we have under 2 months of inventory. So there's only a third of the homes for sale that are actually needed for buyers. So if you're a seller, if you've been thinking about whether or not you should sell, keep in mind that April, May, and June are typically historically the busiest months with the most sales out of the year. You're going to see lots of buyer traffic in those months, especially. And with people, being afraid that interest rates are going to continue to rise, I think we're going to see even more foot traffic those months this year. So, sellers are seeing multiple offers within hours of listing their homes, especially in the price point under $250,000. So, it's important that you know how to navigate multiple offers. How do you respond to those legally and fairly? So lots to keep in mind there. Please reach out with any questions. 2020 looks to be, again, another robust year. If we can get over this supply and demand hurdle, you have to be able to find the homes that these buyers are looking for. And a lot of sellers are feeling like, a little nervous about listing their home for sale when they know it's going to sell quickly and then they won't have anything to move into. So we have some creative ways that we can work around that worked really well in 2020. I'm happy to talk to you about that. So if you have any questions, please always reach out. Let me know. Happy to help.